Hello everyone and welcome to game 4 in this series, bbaboom Prime versus Swing. We'll see what goes down this time around. Swing this time spawning on the right hand side at the 3 o'clock position of Metalopolis. bbaboom Prime spawning as the pink Zerg. So Zerg versus Zerg once more. Pink, pretty in pink Zerg versus blue Protoss, and everyone's almost favorite map, MLG Metalopolis or GSL Metalopolis. I believe this is the version. So it does force a cross spawn, and we'll see who has the advantage in this mirror match. So far, things have been going interestingly for bbaboom Prime and Swing. We'll see whether or not, I don't want to do any spoilers if you guys are watching these games out of order. The games have been very interesting. Don't want to give anything away. Just go ahead and try to watch them, as both players are now pretty much opening up with very similar builds. You can see both players getting up those 2 drones. Swing, it appears that he is slightly ahead, and we'll see what strategy Swing tries to go for first. Extractor pool may be coming in, and it looks like, yes, it is going to be an extractor pool coming in from Swing. Meanwhile, bbaboom has not done anything to really tip his hand, and by the looks of it, it may be a 15 hatch. So a 15 hatch compared to an extractor pool, something that we've seen already, as the spawning pool is now coming into play. And yes, it is going to be a 15 hatch here on MLG, or here on Metalopolis. Wow, can't get my names right now. Here on Metalopolis. Now, we'll see whether bbaboom will be able to get enough of a defense to really push back all of this pressure that Swing has been able to push in the earlier games so far. Swing continuing to mine away. We'll see whether or not he pulls off his drones when they get up to that 100 gas, all important. Swing may try to go for banelings, he may try to go for roaches, or he may try to go for an expansion like bbaboom did in the last matchup. And yes, it looks like that is going to be the case. He did pull off all 3 drones, one at a time, in order to begin mining more minerals, and now he should be on his way to setting up a hatchery as soon as he is ready. Overlord still flying into position. We'll see how far they go and where they land. bbaboom Prime already more than 75-80% completed on this hatchery, as this hatchery is going to be completed, and then perhaps a queen will be trained or transferred. Zerglings now trying to make the long trip across the map. As you can see, another hatchery is finally being built down by Swing. The Zerglings will take a little bit of time to get there, as a spine crawler has been added. The spine crawler currently about 40 seconds away from being completed. The Zerglings should be able to get there with it being about half to 2/3 completed. No, even further, even longer, as the Zerglings are now trying to come in and fight back against these Zerglings. The Zerglings are forced to push back here, buying even more precious time on that spine crawler. Zerglings have to be very careful. This is a very fragile matchup, as a hatchery about to be completed as well, and the hatchery and the spine crawler combined together should be more than a match to deal with those Zerglings. bbaboom does have 2 hatcheries up and running, and now a drone does get taken down. Another drone may get taken down. There's a queen up on the high ground, and is it going to be enough? No, the Zerglings are able to get in through here, and it looks like the Zerglings have been destroyed. There's going to be another group of 6 Zerglings and a very, very gusto drone. That drone gets taken down. A little bit of a misclick there, as Swing now once again runs through the rest of the army and gets no, does not get another kill, as the drone was able to finish off the little clawing Zergling. Swing now transitioning into Zerglings and banelings, currently hiring or training 18 of those little blue or green vials of walking acid, and we'll see whether or not that's going to work out well. Swing could easily get out in position here and then just start trying to suicide dive his way in with Zerglings in the front to destroy this hatchery, but that may not be a good economic exchange. Queens are in position on the ramp, going to sit there and guard it. Zerglings back over here, going to start morphing into banelings. So we currently have 7 banelings into production. These queens are still a very formidable foe. A banelings nest also being added by bbaboom. As you can see that the spine crawler may get destroyed. No, not destroyed at all. But now those Zerglings are going after all of those workers as those Banelings are trying to come around the corner. And will it be enough? The Banelings are now coming around the corner. The one Spine Crawler over here, a lot of damage has been had, taking down many of those units there. And now perhaps trying to take down some drones. And a lot of drones have been destroyed. So yes, a decent number of drone kills so far. And that was not that good of a trade, but it looks as though bbaboom was able to fend off that attack fairly well. bbaboom still slightly in the lead as Swing is seen at 38/52. The army of bbaboom is still larger, but meanwhile the economic portion of Swing is larger as well, so his economy is much larger with 20% more drones, which should give him about a 20% larger army eventually, as the Zerglings are now trying to rush in, once again getting taken down by a Baneling. Why don't Banelings do any splash damage to their own units? I'm not quite sure, but then again, if they did end up doing splash damage to their own units, that would be a very, very destructive line chain of Banelings. Zerglings now attempting to take this down. Yes, the Spine Crawler does get destroyed, and able to get at least a fair amount of damage onto the supply depot, which is now starting to burn. Zerglings now fighting back over here. Swing doing a great job microing, and both sides fairly even now, only a 10% difference in terms of harvesters, as we also see bbaboom Prime also getting a decent number of Banelings and Zerglings as well. More units in production, trying to transfuse, keep up these Spine Crawlers, and make sure to keep all of these Zerglings out. Zerglings once again running across the field. Will they be able to get inside their base? That is a key question. Zerglings now going to run down over here, and now are they going to continue to chase? They're all blue. Yeah, all blue Zerglings over here. Meanwhile, there are Banelings down over here, and that one Baneling, that one Baneling able to sacrifice itself for one Zergling able to sacrifice itself for a Baneling. A very nice transfer there, as the Queens are currently now getting stuck as well. Zerglings, Banelings. No roaches this time around, as you can see. A fairly easy, no, there was no takedown, as Swing only has an Overlord there. Nothing really to shoot down an Overlord just quite yet. Spire now being added by bbaboom. As you can now see, Banelings are trying to make their way inside. It doesn't look like it's gonna work. Nope, it does not work at all. And that was some heavy losses for Swing. Swing did not need to engage that. Perhaps using Ventral Sacs would have been the better option. He is not sitting at tier 2 though. Meanwhile, we can see bbaboom is currently sitting at tier 2. He will be able to train up about 7 of those Mutalisks in just a moment's notice, as long as he has the food cap, and I believe he does. Getting it down to almost not quite a science, as he is gonna. Does he start training Mutalisks? Yeah, getting those Mutalisks now. Perhaps he could get 3 more. It doesn't look like he wants to, as those Overlords are still running around. 1,000 versus 1450. 8 Mutalisks about to be hatched. They need to hurry up and hatch in order for Prime to really get back into this game. Zerglings are hiding over here at the Zelnaga Tower. They do realize that they need to run away, as Swing has a larger number of Zerglings here and cannot engage in. Those Zerglings are now getting all caught upon their opponent's Zerglings, as those Zerglings are now once again backing off. Roaches being added by bbaboom, or sorry, Swing. So Swing going to be getting a lot more roaches, but now Mutalisks are in the sky, and those Mutalisks should be able to finish it off, and there's the GG. So I'm not sure if I cast these games out of order, but Swing quickly says GG after seeing the Mutalisks that have taken to the skies, and that is it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 and this 4-game set between bbaboom and Swing.